Yo, all right, day 28 here. It is the final countdown and of this $0 to $30,000 in revenue challenge, and we are working some leads pretty hard. This weekend, I just completely took off. It was my son's 3rd birthday, so just wanted to make sure I was present for that. So I didn't post any of the videos that I had or record anything new. We did have, I want to say, 4 leads come through this weekend, 2 that just like directly called, and Ryan went out to one of them and then scheduled the other 2 this week. So we've got some more stuff in the pipeline, and then we're just making those calls, following up with everybody. We've got one guy that's like should have a yes or no today, because we did use like we've been using like the urgency play on like, you know, we X% off for this month only kind of thing. And then I mean, obviously we'll run something else for May if we need to. But so we've got one guy that I think's going to close for at least the driveway replacement. We'll see. And then another guy who's like going back and forth with his HOA. He was initially quoted when we had like the higher pricing. And so we've kind of been having to like nickel and dime down a little bit, but he's getting one more quote. We were the first quote. He got a second one. That one was $1,000 less, but they're not offering like warranty and stuff like that. And then so he's just trying to get a third quote just to be sure. Again, I think we're in this economic time, you know, we keep saying that and everybody's talking about it, but I think it's not even that like people aren't spending money. It's that people are being very, very careful with what and how they're spending money on. I think we're going through a trust recession, not a recession, but a trust recession. Even, you know, like everybody gets promised everything in the world online. Like that's how, you know, like Alex Hormozy got famous, right? With all of this, you know, like lead and offer stuff. And so everybody's built their offers based off of that. And everybody's had this insane guarantee for everything that they do. And that's in like every industry, right? Like you may have been exposed to what he's doing just for your industry, but think about all the other people that he has been exposed to that are like doing stuff like this. And so, and while he may say, hey, make sure you deliver and your thing is good, not everybody has that. You know, people are manipulators, and they are like leveraging the fact that they can get an easy yes for $1. And so, you know, that has put us into, I think, like a trust recession. I don't know if it's him by himself has put us in a trust recession. I think we've been dealing with stuff like that for a very long time. And now people, they have so many things screaming for their attention on their feed, you know, even for things that they need, to where it's like they basically get to like a decision fatigue where they just like do nothing, you know, or it becomes so much more difficult to make that decision. And so our job, me and you as business owners, is to make sure that like everything that we're doing is built upon like building that trust for people to close. And so that's what we're trying to do. You know, it makes it difficult when, you know, Google isn't working with you on your Google My Business and you're not able to get reviews and things like that. But there's a lot of things that you could do on the social media side, the authority side of like put your face on camera, you know, like put your face on camera for the business so that people know who you are. They can know, like, and trust you better. And like, it just helps with conversion. And so anyways, I'm going to go on this whole freaking tangent, but today's Monday. We're still day 28, couple days left. Really hoping that we at least close a little bit more to get closer to that 30K goal. We're only at 11 and a half. That guy signed his contract this weekend. He also paid the deposit the other day too. So, you know, we're still there at the 11 and a half, which is cool. But yeah, today's Monday. So it's big back end on the computer, agency day, meetings, and that's about it. So I'll take you through the day. We'll keep you updated on anything that's happening. We'll see you in whatever comes next. All right, I forgot to do a little checkout yesterday. Things just got a little bit busy. If you've been following along, you know how busy Mondays get. Yeah, then we ended up doing like a skate night with the church. So I just unplugged pretty early. Yeah, so then we went out there, had some fun. That was a really great time. But today we are back at it, and it is the 20, who knows? I don't know, man. I think it's the 29th. Yeah, 29th. And we're headed to a quote right now, I believe for a driveway replacement. Honestly, that's like the only ad that's really been actually performing for us. And part of the reason why is we just got like decent content around stamped concrete. And so it's kind of just the grind that you have to go through, you know, is just earn your stripes. And again, I can't say this enough. Like, this company did not exist a month ago, you know, like there was no brand, there was no social media, there was no ads, there was no nothing a month ago. So the fact that we've created everything that we've created is really just a testament to how this stuff works, like how to just keep pushing, you know? And so, yeah, another quote today. And one of the things, you know, so we got some feedback yesterday again, for, you know, just like quotes that we've been, you know, estimates that have been sent out that we've been following up with. And, you know, just kind of, these things are expensive, right? And so one thing that we want to look into, which I know a lot of our clients, right? Because Fused Media is a lot more on the outdoor living side of things. And so a lot of the people that we work with on that end do offer financing because, you know, they're just more expensive projects, you know. And it was not necessarily something that I really was going to push for concrete, but with where we're at, there are so many like new build houses that need like all of their concrete done, you know, if concrete's what they're going to do. And so we have to, like, we're sending out a lot of quotes that are like $15,000 to $30,000. And some people, you know, while they want to get this project done, they just don't have the cash for that right now. And so making it more accessible to them in the sense of not necessarily us just, you know, offering like a payment plan, I think that'd be crazy, but, you know, working through a bank that can offer a payment plan, which we get paid upfront all of the money, but the bank takes on the risk and does, you know, the monthly payment plan. So that's something that we're going to look into a lot more seriously now. And yeah, so we finally, I know I mentioned like the Google business got approved, but it said it would take a couple days. So it's weird because I've shared access to like my other emails, but the only email is the direct Mountain State Concrete email that can actually like log in and like view the stuff, and it actually is like shows up. The other one, like if I log into it and try to manage it through my Fused Media one, it still shows suspended. So it's really weird, but whatever, we'll do what we got to do. Yeah, we've got a project next week, I believe. Might be the week out. No, I think next week our first project starts. So I'll try to do as much as humanly possible. It is an hour north of me, so I'll try to film it as much as I possibly can, and you know, just document what's going on with that. Yeah, so after that, you know, we're just praying that everything just goes really well and we can get a good review from that guy, and then just continue to close. We've got another guy that came off Google that the quote got sent out. He's looking to move pretty quickly, so hopefully we can get that just running. We do have another guy that's supposed to be making a decision today, that he was getting another quote. And so, you know, there's people in the pipeline that we're still working. You know, the ads, I think for sure, I shared a little bit in another video how like one of the guys was showing me, he was scrolling in front of me on his Facebook feed, and the amount of concrete quotes, like Facebook is really great at putting you in front of the people that you need to get put in front of, but it just becomes like how do you even stand out? Because I mean, the second or third post was just another concrete company or a landscape company that does concrete. And so, you know, it's like, man, you really have to make sure that you are standing out right now. And so that's a huge thing that we're just going to be putting a ton of attention into, is how do we actually just like break people away from the norm and stand out? But you know, that's why I think that Facebook is not necessarily underperforming. I think it's just performing as much as it possibly can now. And I think that all of us got so used to this like after COVID Facebook ads marketing, and like sure, there's tons of, you know, different companies or industries or whatever that are maybe not as much saturated, because concrete companies have to spend a crap ton of money because the project, the fulfillment cycle is so much shorter than, you know, like a landscaper or a hardscaper. All the hardscaper needs to do is maybe close 1 or 2 projects a month and you're fine. But a concrete company, 1 or 2 projects, like that fills up a week for you, maybe, you know, depending on how many crews you have, and how big the job is. And so, you know, I just think that concrete is definitely getting a little bit more saturated, maybe a little bit more saturated than other industries on Facebook specifically. But again, I think that's why it's that much more important to have a really great offer, to stand out, and then just different content And then having a back-end system that even if that person doesn't close right now or is just thinking about it, it's just so much more a matter of like taking advantage of every single lead that comes through. Because even in day 18, whatever it was, where I started getting quotes from other people to just see where we landed in the industry, not one of them has called me back, has emailed me back, has texted me back. Not one, not a single one. And I got, I think 3 of the 4 actually sent me a quote, and the 3 that sent me a quote, none of them have called, texted, emailed, anything. So what I know as a competitor in this area is that if I am following up, I am already setting myself apart. And so that's a lot of the systems that we go into in the Wealthy Contractor. And so anyways, I got a client calling, I gotta hop off. We'll see you guys and update you as the day goes on. Yo, it is day 30, and I guess we're gonna be combining these videos because I forgot to do any sort of update or ending yesterday. And the reason is because we thought that potentially we were gonna go have a baby. So that obviously took way more importance than any sort of challenge or anything. But we just got back, or we're on our way back from the doctors, and everything's all good. We are just, just might be an interesting 2 weeks. But yeah, today's day 30 in the challenge, and you know, we are basically going in just trying to maybe do like a couple different offers for people that are like hot in the pipeline on the closing, or in, you know, potential for closing, and just trying to hit them with like a, you know, a last minute final extra offer to just lock in this month. But maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe we're probably gonna just end the month with the one job closed at 11,500, which is completely fine. Again, I'm impressed with everything that has happened in the last 30 days. And all that is going to happen is we are going to review everything, optimize and improve what we are doing. So May should be great, although I personally may be like way more on the back end during the month of May, as we will have a new human with us. So we'll see what happens today. I'll keep you guys in the loop as far as, you know, what, because Ryan's doing a bunch of follow-up. We had like the phone line go down or something. It was weird. But so we missed a call from someone. So we have a lot of things in the works. A guy from Google who was like very serious. He's either gonna build a new deck or use us for the concrete. So we're just trying to figure that out. And yeah, we got the yard signs in yesterday as well. So once we're doing a project, we'll drop those in there. Of course, they have a typo. I feel like that's kind of like par for the course on every first yard sign. But yeah, we are gonna fix that up and use those whenever we do the project. I believe next week is actually when that first project starts. So that'll be really cool. I'm gonna try and film again as much as possible to, you know, go over, show you guys what we're doing. We're really locking in on the snapshot that we have for Go High Level. So if you use our affiliate link down below, you will get access to all of that. But we are just, we're vamping it up even more, which is gonna be sick. And yeah, so, you know, as far as like the group too, I've definitely been challenged lately for the freeness of it by multiple people that I respect, including that one. And yeah, you know, it's just a matter of like, there are a couple people that are taking advantage of it for sure while it's free, but it does make a lot of sense as to, you know, just making it something like super low end to get access to, so that people have a little bit more skin in the game to be engaged in the community. And that's really what I'm looking for, is the engagement. So there's a couple of you, and I'm super grateful for that. But so something might change on that end as well. And then obviously we are gonna, you know, fully have like the one-to-one coaching that is gonna be like super, maybe working with 10 people at a time, maybe, we'll see. Again, I'm having a human here next month. Well, she's having the human. We're having the human together. So things are going to be a bit busy. So anyways, yeah, I'll keep you guys in the loop how things go, and we'll see you. Yo, all right. So I've been sick, so I just cut it off early yesterday, but I figured I'd just give you an update today. So today is May 1st. The 30 days is officially over. And drum roll. we failed. We did not do 30,000, which is completely fine, but we did do 11,570, and literally this morning on the first, another one's closing that's like 10K. So we're already starting off May pretty good. Then we've got another one that's like right on the fence there too, and just more quotes to go to. So again, it's really just momentum, right? The ultimate goal of doing this is, well, number one, like really just getting back into it, so that I can build out better systems for all the people that we work with and just help you guys out as well. So I'm going to be posting a lot more content moving forward on the actual back end, like the things that are actually happening, and putting that stuff in the group as well too. And yeah, we're launching a coaching program too. So if you want to do some of this stuff one-on-one, that's another thing. But either way, you don't have to, like, you can literally just take all this for free and learn how to do it. But if you want help, if you need help implementing, you know, more on a personal basis, then absolutely. So with all that being said, at some point within the next like week or so, I'll be jumping on the computer doing like a full deep dive on the entire month. So like like revenue, basically going through P&L. You know, we won't make money this month because we're just investing into the company, and I'll keep you guys updated too with literally everything, right? Like, I don't care. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm happy to be embarrassed on certain things. Like, it literally doesn't matter. So I'll do that. I'll go over all that, ads that were run, ads that worked, ads that failed, all of our back end, like sales process, everything we're doing on high level, which, you know, use our link and I'll send you literally all of that we're doing. You just upload it into your account. It's free. But like our stuff's, that's free. Like, you still have to pay for the high level software, but you're not paying anymore by using our affiliate link. So anyways, our whole sales process, contract process, like everything's dynamic, duplicatable inside of high level through the estimating and that whole feature there. Our pipeline, our automations, we just got the send in blue. So we're now sending, at least from Ryan's number, my number's still in the middle of it, but from Ryan's number, we are sending in iMessage now from Go High Level, which is pretty cool. If you have any questions on that, I'm happy to refer you over to that. It's kind of a pain in the ass process right now, but it's being improved. So yeah, so I'll do a full deep dive, everything that happened for April, total results, all the numbers, all the ads, everything we went through. We'll do like an actual like deep dive review. And yeah, but other than that, you know, likes, comment, subscribe to the channel. You know, we will be again doing a lot more like dedicated back end content rather than just like vlog type stuff. I mean, I'll still do like vlog. Obviously next week we have the first project, and I'd love to bring you guys along with that, of, you know, wins and losses on that, lessons learned, all that good stuff. And so yeah, we're just gonna keep going on this journey. I don't really know the full, you know, goal of everything. Ultimately, the goal is to just like help you guys out more. Like, that's literally what I've felt called to do. So I'm just doing that. I'm obeying. And so we'll see what God wants to do with that. Otherwise, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for going along this journey. I know there's like at least a handful of you that have been like openly watching, but I know there's a lot of you too that are just kind of lurking. So either way, I appreciate it. Probably going to take down the Wealthy Contractor for free because I've been challenged again. I think I already talked about that, but I've really been challenged of what that actually looks like. And so yeah, I think maybe we'll turn it into something. But the people that are in there, if you're in there right now, which you could still try when this video is there to get in for free, that's fine, because I don't have a full plan for it yet, but I'm just gonna pray about that and see what happens there. But yeah, if you're in there, great, you're grandfathered in, that's awesome. But we are continuing to develop more and more solutions for this industry, because again, that's just what I've been called to do. So anyways, if you guys want to see anything specific, if you have any specific questions about, you know, this 30-day journey, or literally, you know, if you want to go and look at Fuse Media and have any questions about the stuff that we're doing, just let me know. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks again. Peace.